make a lot of mistakes, but had excellent tools. So
for right now for the Knicks. And Toronto will go for a different look here. Patrick Patterson, he's checked in for Sullinger. Ross comes in for DeMar Carroll. Powell, he's checked in for DeMar DeRozan. And Corey Joseph subbed in for Kyle Lowry.
And for Valanciunas last year, his offensive production was similar to the year before, but he cut down on his turnovers. He also raised the shooting percentage to a career-high 57%. And that, my friends, is improved efficiency.
Here's Jennings. The Raptors knocking down the tray. Kicks to O'Quinn. A shot by Holiday. Nobody around. Drills it from outside. Holiday's got his first 3 points of the game.
You know, talking about Valanciunas, the light clearly went on last season. He was more assertive, refined his post game. The next step is to extend his shooting range so he can help space the floor on offense.
Now here is Holiday. And again.
Getting it up from outside. Hard to keep up with this.
So, timeout called here, the first for Toronto.
Yeah, you can see they gave up a lot of points here in this run, and he just wants to break the momentum before this thing gets out of hand.
And, you know, that's a huge part of a coach's job, making sure you keep your guys in the best position possible at all times. So, I like this timeout.
The Raptors making a switch here. Nogueira is checked in. Now, here's Joseph. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Tries again, got a hand on it. And pushing it up, here's New York. And the basket by Thomas.
They're allowing a sky-high field goal percentage. That won't get it.
Not at all, Clark. You rarely see a team surrender points this easily. They have got to do better.
But they recover it. Joseph with the ball. Now Thomas defending. Ball stolen. Here's Holiday. And it's good. Fought through contact. It's the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
And Joseph kicks to Powell. They set the pick. A floater. That's good. Powell's got 5 now.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case...
And a chance to hear from point guard Kyle Lowry about the chemistry of this Raptors team.
You know, we got a group of guys.
The question is whether or not that team unity, as rare as it is making a difference for the Raptors. Does it make Kyle Lowry any better? Do they just give it more time?
You know, you could argue it both ways, Kevin, because it's worked both ways. I mean, teams that couldn't stand one another have won rings, and so have tight-knit groups who were really close. So there's really no magic formula. I think there's a little bit of art to go with the science in that.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
Also, guys, the passing has been terrific in the first half. They'll be happy with all those assists.
Anthony out there with Porzingis. Then there's Derrick Rose. Then there's Noah. And it's Lee in at the 2-guard. They're the group New York will start the second with. The Raptors shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game. Valanciunas, who's checked in for the Raptors.
And the Raptors have been talking about changing things up in the logo department for a while. Finally, we get a chance to see the new logo this season.
New York shooting their second and third shots at the line right here.
And they've done some really nice work at the foul line, knocking down 80%.
Those are good numbers for any team. I mean, they can feel extremely good about their free throw shooting percentage this season.
As you said, the Raptors with the new logo this year, Greg. Good-looking change, too, I think, Clark.
Yeah, I think it's subtle enough to not lose the continuity, but still feel fresh and new. I like that. That's a nice job of balancing the old with freshening up for the new.
It's DeRozan with the drive. He feeds it to Sullinger. 4 on the shot clock. Three-pointer, Lowry, no good. Some solid defense from Rhodes.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
Timeout Knicks.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor.
Take their first timeout here.
Spacing.
One thing about Kyle Lowry, he has a bulldog mentality. We saw that from his days at Villanova.
No question about that, and I love that about him. He's very simple, not really flashy, just consistently beats the rock.
Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. To the paint, here's DeRozan. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. Lowry's got his 4th assist in this one.
And talking about Lowry, going to Toronto was a godsend for him. I mean, he had clashed with a number of coaches early in his career. His hard-headedness had been working against him. But in Toronto, he learned how to buy into a system and save the wrath for his opponent.
Raptors trail by 11. DeRozan with it. He's picked up by Lee. Lee against DeRozan. They get it back.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Can't get it to go.
Oh, that's a golden opportunity to finish on the break, and he blows it.
Yeah, at this level, you got to make that shot. It's plain and simple. You got to knock that one down. A temporary lapse of focus from him on that turnover. It's embarrassing, but on occasion it does happen.
And New York making a change here. Jennings is checked in. Raptors have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter.
And for Lowry, he's been on fire the past couple of seasons. He's shown toughness, leadership, and the instinct to make winning plays on the court at both ends.
Step back shot. And again, Toronto no up.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Anthony against DeRozan. Noah, the pass to Anthony. Shot clock at 6. Puts one up from 19. Jennings with the bucket. Jennings has got 5 points so far. And the Raptors call time here.
Well, I know last year the Knicks seemed to me to be very passive offensively, and that can sometimes be the case when you're trying to learn the triangle offense, but they never seem to attack the rim at all.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Boomer, he's checked in for Noah. Kyle O'Quinn comes in for Porzingis. Lance Thomas, he's checked in for Carmelo Anthony. And Justin Holiday subbed in for Lee. Oh, and here comes Holiday all alone. Nogueira with the steal. It's blocked.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the board.
You know what? No rebounds, no rings, and they've controlled the boards, and that's what's given them control of this game.
As you mentioned, the Knicks very shy at going to the rim last year. Really could have used that dynamic among a lot of things to their game.
Yeah, and no doubt about it. I mean, think about this. The Knicks were last in the league in drives per game as a team. So they struggled shooting when they did attack the rim, only 42%. So those areas have to improve if this team wants to become competitive.
Here's Powell. And again, Toronto no up.
And good defense there to play up and get a hand in the face.
Well, he's got a tough mindset. He's confident as a defender. And when you combine those two things, it makes it real hard to score on him.
Just a good, solid, aggressive finish there on the break.
Not going to get much. Easier than that, Greg. Simple.
Jennings dishes to O'Quinn. And Thomas, here we go. Can't hit from in close.
And this is why you need good defenders on the interior to contest shots.
Yeah, Greg, making every shot a hard one, even the shots in close.
Ross with a wide open look. Nails the wide open jump shot. Ross has got 4 points now in the quarter. Now here's Jennings. 7 points in the game. Eight feet away. Pull. The shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Jennings has got 9 points.
You know, he's putting on an outstanding offensive display, and he may just be getting warmed up here.
Here's Joseph. No good with the elbow jumper.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make it.
And that does it for the...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the 2K Sports Half. New York holding the upper hand after the first 2 quarters. They lead by 15. Kenny, what did you see from them?
Well, their three-point shooting has told the tale.
And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is about to get underway. Kevin Harlan has the call.
Welcome back, folks. Thank you for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports as we get set to get going once again. Hey, during the break, players getting a chance to refuel and hydrate with some Gatorade as there is more basketball in store. We're seeing a tremendous game from Brandon Jennings.
Yeah, he's played just a smart game overall offensively, looking for and finding the gaps in the defense, and also terrific shot selection.
Greg, that's exactly what we're talking about when we talk about being efficient as an offensive player. Fully on display there with him.
So for Toronto right now, Lowry and DeRozan are the guard tandem. Damari Carroll is out there with Jared Sullinger. And it's Valanciunas in at the 5 spot. And last year, not exactly up to Noah's lofty standards. Was way down in field goal percentage and free throw percentages compared to the season before, but he did not play completely healthy all of last year either.
A little dinged up, missed 13 games more than he had the season prior, and also the minutes dropped as well, and you could just see him laboring at times on the floor.
Right there, guys.
They're taking advantage, Clark, of a team that looks lost out there.
Guys, this one is threatening to get really ugly. And guys, Courtney Lee, now having completed 7 full seasons, very much the same guy now as he was entering the league. A 3-and-D prototype who will most likely never be a plus playmaker.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Yes, guys, I was able to hear Dwayne Casey coaching his team during that break. He went over the offensive plan, and that hinges on running through Valanciunas. Coach is calling on him to play a big role in the offense for the rest of this game, to really be one of the key guys for them down the stretch. He also wants to see a patient offense, work for the shot, move the ball around, and as he told them, quote, if you don't see a good shot, find someone who does. Well, they need to make something happen before the start of the fourth quarter, and maybe those changes will do the trick, Kevin.
Thanks again, Doris. The Knicks leading by 11. Talking about Courtney Lee, you know the ball handling and court vision are suspect, but you don't care because he's provided solid defense on the wing, Clark, and he's hit over 40% of his threes last year.
And he's also one of the best free throw shooting 2 guards in the league, Kevin. And last year he and Conley were out of sight at the end of games. That's a wonderful combo to have, 2 great free throw shooting guards.
Outside Lowry. Inside, intercepted. Anthony with it. Lowry picks him up. They get a hand on it. It's stolen by Lowry. It's DeRozan with the drive. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. And that's now 9 points for DeMar DeRozan. Here's Rose. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Rose.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
And Valanciunas kicks to DeRozan, and it's Lowry penetrating. It's stolen by Rose. Here's Anthony, and some very quick points for him on that possession. And the Knicks lead by 11.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
And he gets it to go. 9 points now for Valanciunas.
And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here. Awesome defense. I mean, he'll hit those unless you're right in his grill.
Valanciunas with a screen on lead. Carroll with it. Now Anthony defending. And so it looks like the Raptors will retain possession here. Lance Thomas, he's checked in for the Knicks. Jennings comes in for Derrick Rose. And then for Toronto, Patterson comes in for Sullinger. And it's Joseph in for DeMar Carroll. Patterson, that's good.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
Jennings against Lowry. Thomas passes to Anthony. Shot clock at 5. Outside Jennings. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. And that's 12 points for Brandon Jennings.
A wide open three. They need much better communication defensively.
Well, last year Toronto won their division and got bounced out in the first round. Same result, Clark, they had back in 2014.
Yeah, but, you know, despite that sameness, they were an improved team last season, Kevin. They did a lot of the small things better in total, and I thought looked better and more cohesive as a group.
For the Knicks, Kyle O'Quinn comes in for Porzingis, and Justin Holiday subbed in for Lee. Powell, he's checked in for Toronto. The steal. Thomas against DeRozan. That one wide left.
And as you mentioned, the Raptors did improve last season. I mean, they cut back on their turnovers a lot. They were top 3 in the league in terms of taking care of the basketball.
Boomer, he's checked in for Anthony. Down low. It'll go, and the New York lead is cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Valanciunas.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high-percentage looks from inside.
And even under pressure in close, I think they've still done a good job maintaining concentration and converting the opportunities. And as you said, the Raptors took care of the ball a lot better and as a result had more assists. They also cut back on their fouls, and that was helpful. Little things like that made them much more competitive as a team and helped lead them to those 49 wins.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Some nice passing by New York here. Jennings in the corner.
And if they're smart, they can hold it for the last shot.
To me, that's got to be the target. Make sure you manage the clock effectively so you do get the last shot.
Valanciunas.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
The Raptors shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Yeah, and over the course of the season, they're a respectable 78%. That comes in handy in close games.
And it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way. With 1 on the clock, Holiday with the block. The fourth quarter just moments away now as we welcome you back. The Knicks leading by 9. Derrick Rose is out there with Lee. Then there's Noah. Then there's Lance Thomas. And it's Porzingis in at the 4. That's the 5 for New York right now. Dishes it to Lowry. A three-pointer is right on target. Lowry's got the first points up on the board here in the 4th for the Raptors. Rose kicks to Thomas. Pass to Porzingis. They set the screen. Just 3 to shoot. Thomas, no good.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there, and I'm sure he appreciated it.
But on that shot, with that, the Knick lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Sullinger.
That's some grit and determination in the post. Essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Exactly. This is the time to attack on the interior and convert those easy opportunities.
Carroll against Thomas. Three-pointer, Lowry. Lowry can't get that one to fall.
Nice little lead they're enjoying here, and they deserve it with all the work they've put in on the glass.
Yeah, the effort and the aggression really favors them thus far. They've completely dominated the backdoor. Wow, what a special performance this guy's putting on from long range.
Well, they can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor.
Give hands or what's about.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, Dwayne Casey was just going over the plan with his team. He doesn't think they've been giving it their all, saying they've been quicker to rebounds to every loose ball. We got to wake up. The game's slipping away, and we're letting it happen. We have got to take control of this thing. We'll see if he lit a fire under him, guys.
Well, the one word you can use to describe the Raptors postseason last year, disaster. I mean, Greg, nothing went right for them.
Yeah, I mean, after that great regular season, they were completely just manhandled by the Wizards, swept out of the first round in 4 straight.
Raptors trail by 11. Sullinger, a screen on Rose. Lowry, a second chance effort, and the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for the Knicks.
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive standpoint, closing out airspace and sending shots back.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
Anthony. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And right before Carmelo went down with the injury last season, it seemed like he had added the fadeaway to his game, molded a little bit after Dirk Nowitzki.
Carmelo's reasoning was that he had been burned enough by Dirk's fadeaway, he had to adapt.
That's a great fadeaway to borrow from, for sure. I mean, Melo already has a mid-range game, terrific mid-range game, and this shot makes that even deadly.
They just can't miss. Everything they put up, it seems, goes in.
You know, sometimes you're the bug, and sometimes you're the windshield. They are certainly the bugs tonight. Nothing going their way.
And I'm not even sure that I'd want to be the windshield.
No, maybe the windshield wiper.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
That was a good time to call a timeout to try to settle everybody down and get back into their offensive rhythm. They've been coughing up the rock an awful lot.
Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for Patrick Patterson. The Knicks leading by 11.
He's one of the best in the league at that. Even with just a tiny sliver, he always seems to find a way to get it up and in.
And he gets it to go.
And he's shaking off that slow start, giving them a boost here in the second.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by DeRozan.
Risky pass there. They're lucky to retain possession this time.
Brandon Jennings, he's checked in for New York. Knicks have gone 5 of 6 from the field to start the 4th quarter on a roll. Lee kicks to Anthony. He had stolen by Carroll. Right side, DeRozan. 16 feet away. Again, Toronto.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on DeMar DeRozan. That's foul number 2 for him.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
And he gets it to go. And that's 11 points for Carmelo Anthony.
That's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle much more effectively.
You just cannot allow the offense to have that quality of a look each and every possession. And after a scoreless first half, you're starting to see signs of life here in the second.
Jennings for 3. It's hauled in by the Raptors. DeRozan's got his 4th rebound in this one.
A key rebound there, but they can do a little better on the glass. Here down the stretch.
Guys, it's been their weakness to this point in the game, but they're still alive.
Here is Jennings. Guys, a good chance for them to slow it down.
Yeah, I agree. Got to use some clock here.
Pass to Porzingis. It's back to Jennings. Shot is off, so the Raptors will take it the other way.
It's going to take something special for them to come back now.
Well, I would say something special and some luck as well, or good fortune, however you want to phrase it.
Lee gets the bucket.
Well, they're going to walk out of here with a win and send this crowd home happy.
Yeah, you know, it was a real solid performance for them in a lot of areas.
Don't be afraid to make the extra pass. It's open.
Toronto calls timeout. They're down by 10. There's 48 seconds left in the 4th quarter. There's 48 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Lowry kicks to Sullivan. Here's Valanciunas. It's tipped. And that'll be Toronto as it goes out of bounds. Raptors retain possession. And a new group in for the Knicks. Boomer, he's checked in for Noah. Kyle O'Quinn comes in for Porzingis. Lance Thomas, he's checked in for Anthony. And Justin Holiday subbed in for Courtney Lee. .36 seconds left in the 4th. There's a good screen. Rob. And pushing it up. Here's New York. Jennings is running.
Didn't take their time in wrapping this game up. They came out with a sense of urgency.
Nice ending spurt to polish it off. Once they had him on the ropes, they started throwing haymakers at him.
The whole knockout blow.
.24 seconds left in the 4th quarter.
And the rebounding has been key to their success here tonight.
It has been a lopsided battle on the boards, no doubt.
And Holiday, here we go. And oh, here we go. Joseph's got it. The fast break chance. And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Goes back up. So no problem. For New York as they get the win.
Joe Kim, plenty went right for the team tonight.
The 2K Sports postgame show.